Good evening and welcome back to the Orion Report. Tonight, I continue my series on the Ahyeh with the beginning of the Monologues. Part 1, The Hidden Mana. The hidden mana is guidance for the individual reader and seeker, introducing each soul to a step-by-step initiation of consciousness into the knowledge of the way from heaven. It is for the few, and the teachings are given in a way intended to weed out those who cannot climb the mountain of Emmanuel to meet with the I Am, and thereby become immortal beings of spirit and truth. Spirit speaks within. Uriah, it is wise that you now seek a more pure writing. Hereafter I shall give unto you a grand work of answers, my message and your writing. Many instructions have been given to the nations, and few have come down from heaven. You are afraid because you are mortal, and all authorities are against you now, save those who serve the One and Most High. Neither mighty nor wealthy, you are unstable and vulnerable, easily undone. Yet all men are armed against an enemy of some kind or fight for a cause. All of life is the choosing of a side, whether of action or inaction, of right or left, of justice or lawlessness, of ways light or dark. What you have chosen is the way of spiritual war with the pen of spirit, against the world and its illusions. As a result, you have many enemies and few friends, for none who are of the world can but loathe and flee from you, for their spirits are aware and will recoil or hiss. When we meet face to face at last, all your fears will melt away and you will understand who you are, and why it had to be as it is. Note 1. Uriah is the spiritual name of the scribe, a man under the authority of Uriel, the light of God, for God is his light. It is a name bestowed by the Spirit. Victory Mael, Corinthians 15:55, is a name used as a mask online. Yet it must be said that all who would make God their light are Uriah, and all who would walk in this way should be called Urian, from heaven. In other times and places the scribe was known, according to Spirit, as Samuel, Daniel, and John. Note 2. The Spirit speaks in ideas/expressions, sending messages through the filter that the natural brain interprets, feebly. The exact wording of the expression or idea is therefore ultimately up to the scribe, striving to make it understandable and elegant. Monologue 1. An End of Ignorance. Of Uriah. Uriah is a frightened child, a lamb among wolves. Uriah is weak and flawed among men. Uriah is the hermit in his cave. Uriah is the scribe, not the shepherd. No one shall venerate Uriah, neither worship angels. No one shall bow to a messenger, neither to any human. No human being should worship another human being. Uriah is not your leader. The I Am, that is your leader. The messenger I send has been driven to madness, deprived, divided, sent this way and that. He has been afflicted and harassed, retreated into exile from the world, given the gifts of sorrow and seclusion. As all men, he has struggled with sin, wandered in confusions, has known loss and failure, and has been fashioned into a fool and a recluse that he may learn wisdom and become an object of contention for the sake of these words. A dog chasing God, finding only his own tail again and again, until he knows not which way to go, and can only then turn to the one who is beyond all religions and sects, all philosophies and secret schools. In this there is the understanding that the broken are opened, that the one who is lost seeks, the one who cannot overcome by his own strength depends on God's might, and that madness is a path to godliness. So the only light that Uriah has is mine, and the light of God shines upon him, and grace alone shall be his salvation at the end of his days. This also is done, that none shouldst venerate a man, make a god of a human being, or glorify a mortal being. Now I will speak, and it shall pass through archangel, angel, and man, the hierarchy of being. And what I say is true and trustworthy, for I am, and there is no other who shall speak on my behalf, as it is my own, and I shall not share it. You will hear it, who are wise enough to grasp the meaning of I am, and feel my spirit within it, and give listen most attentive to what is delivered. No ears shall I tickle, no religions appease, no popular view of humanity shall I wholly elevate. I shall tell you what is, and so choices to each reader give. In choosing any future wrongdoing, such is upon your own head, and no ignorance before me can any reader profess. All excuses shall be at an end, though grace is magnified in efforts at reform and right doing. 6 trumpets are sounding. The 7th will resound when this message is unsealed and delivered to the penitent ones imprisoned in the flesh. I speak to this age, which is coming to its close, even as the era of sentencing begins. I speak with the words of a man, that men and women may hear and understand. I will make judgments and give clarity to this period in your history, using words that are blunt and intended to shake the soul and spirit, and terms you may or may not understand. Go here and there and seek knowledge, that you may become wise. And that's it for tonight. Join me next week. God bless you and keep you.